Experience Wyoming, pride of the West, where the West still lives, among some of the most beautiful and accessible scenery ever created. From majestic mountains to rolling plains, from serene wilderness to modern cities. No matter what your taste, Wyoming provides. Come see Wyoming.
Untouched by time, your land and mine, come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine, come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road, mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here, come see Wyoming. Cowboys still ride, roundups, parades, rodeos, under blue skies. Buffalo roam in old Yellowstone, a wide open range. Red desert sand, clear mountain streams. Freedom is near, spirit lives here, come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine, come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine, come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road, mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here, come see Wyoming. Covered with snow, Teton, bighorn, medicine bow, campfires glow. Indians' homes, Shoshone and Crow, deep rivers flow. Wilderness calls, land of your dreams. Freedom is near, spirit lives here, come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine, come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine, come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road.
Wyoming really is one of the few places on earth that must be experienced to be believed. A vacation in the cowboy state is like a trip through time. Even Wyoming's cowboys still put in a hard day's work on the range, much the same as their grandfathers did when they first settled this land over 100 years ago. Wyoming is an experience for all the senses, a place where you can see for hundreds of miles, feel the old-time West, hear the relaxing sounds of nature, smell the fresh scent of pine as you walk through the woods, and taste the fresh mountain trout you caught yourself. Situated on the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains and straddling the Continental Divide, its terrain ranges from wide-open prairies to snow-capped mountain ranges, reaching more than 13,000 feet into the clear Wyoming skies. It's not surprising many visitors refer to Wyoming as America's backyard. Nearly every activity imaginable is available here. Skiing, fishing, camping, horseback riding, dancing, and rock climbing are just a few examples. Wyoming is a state of firsts. Shoshone was the first national forest. Devil's Tower was the first national monument. And the amazing Yellowstone was the first national park in America. President Teddy Roosevelt often visited the park and thought so much of the area he wanted it protected for Americans and citizens of the world alike. Even before statehood in 1890, Congress established the park in 1872. Yellowstone is truly a magnificent phenomenon. 3,472 square miles containing literally hundreds of geological sites, lost in time. The Yellowstone area was born from the fires of erupting volcanoes and then sculpted by moving glacial ice. The Earth's crust is at its narrowest in Yellowstone. The heat of the earth below fires the many thousands of hot springs, thermal basins, and geysers you can see in the park. Thousands of sparkling blue ponds and lakes are scattered throughout the park. Yellowstone Lake is a remnant of the Ice Age thousands of years ago. Melting glaciers formed this giant body of water. At an altitude of more than 7,500 feet, the water never exceeds 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Over time, the rushing rivers in the park have created their own masterpieces of scenic beauty. Water draining from the lake over eons of time has carved what is known as the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. Through this rugged gorge, the Yellowstone River has scraped and scoured away the earth to expose this yellow rock canyon. It's this unusual soft rock, called rhyolite, which gave Yellowstone its name. Although the river is beautiful, it's never silent. At Upper Falls, the river drops 109 feet, but this is only a prelude for the lower falls. Here, the river thunders down into the canyon 308 feet below. In contrast to the roar of the Yellowstone River is the many geyser basins throughout the park. Here at Norris, visitors can experience a different side of Yellowstone. Soft, moving water and chirping birds are the only sounds in this pristine wilderness. Other areas of the park feature deep, steaming pools of beautifully colored water. And on the other end of the scale, think bubbling mud pots. Petrified trees, millions of years old, are reminders of the volcanic activity which was once even more active than it is today. This tree has probably been buried by volcanic ash more than 27 times in the past 20,000 years. Yellowstone is more than a geological paradise. Wildlife abounds in the park area. Visitors are likely to see many of the 60 species of mammals and 200 species of birds, most prominent of which is our national symbol, the bald eagle. Yellowstone waters are full of fish. Although the bears have been moved into the back country of the park, it isn't unusual to see an occasional bear.
Untouched by time, your land and mine, come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine, come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road, mountain men mine, oh mother lord. Freedom is near, spirit lives here, come see Wyoming.
Among the large mammals you're likely to see are elk. The magnificent bison, who 100 years ago roamed the plains by the millions, live their lives much like they did then.
Untouched by time, your land and mine, come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine.
You'll also see many species of birds, like duck and geese, flying in the park. Yellowstone is more famous for its wide variety of thermal attractions. The park has over 3,000 hot springs and geysers. A geyser is formed when water is able to trickle down into the ground and strike superheated volcanic rock far below. The water turns to steam and continues increasing pressure until the cooler water on top is forced to the surface and shoots sometimes hundreds of feet into the air. Without a doubt, the most famous of all geysers is Old Faithful. It's become the symbol of Yellowstone Park. Although it's not the largest, it is one of the most regular and one of the most beautiful. Its eruptions are pure showmanship. During a typical 1.5 to 5 minute eruption, Old Faithful hurls 5,000 to 7,000 gallons of water into the air. The average interval between eruptions is usually just a little over 1 hour. Old Faithful may be the most famous geyser, but it's not the only one. Many of the 300 other geysers are even more interesting since the walkways allow you to observe them much closer. On the Grand Loop, near the west entrance to Yellowstone, is another of the most popular attractions. The fountain paint pots are unusual bubbling pools of colored earth that gurgle with eerie sounds. Yellowstone is a two-season national park. Yellowstone in winter is a whole new experience. It's been said that you've not really seen Yellowstone until you've seen it blanketed with snow. The park is open for part of the winter. From mid-December to mid-March, visitors are able to view a seldom-seen side of the park. Although the roads are not plowed, snow vehicles and cross-country skiing allows easy access to all the attractions. At the Sheridan Balloon Festival in northern Wyoming, hot air balloon fanciers and spectators watch these magnificent silent craft being prepared for flight. Preparations complete, excitement builds as gravity at last releases its hold and the balloons rise into the Wyoming skies. Balloonists and visitors who chance a ride on the wind gain an experience unexcelled in flight. At the southwestern gateway to Wyoming is the city of Evanston. Once a crossroads for fur traders and Indians, Evanston is still geared to assisting today's travelers. The famous Wyoming Downs racetrack is just one of the experiences available in this part of the state. People from throughout the West come to enjoy the pure excitement of a horse race, illegal in surrounding states. Here, race fans can enjoy all the amenities you would expect to find at any first-class racetrack in the country. Wyoming is also the place for a different kind of riding.
Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men mine.
These are the trails of the Bighorn National Forest near Buffalo in north-central Wyoming. Base camp is at the famous Paradise Guest Ranch. Maybe one of the best ways to really see Wyoming is from the back of a horse or quietly meandering through the forest. It's kind of peaceful and relaxing.
Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests.
But Wyoming's guest ranches aren't always quiet.
Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Covered with snow, Teton, bighorn, medicine bow. Campfires glow. Indians' homes, your shore.
Guest ranches can accommodate almost anyone's needs.
Wilderness calls, land of your dreams. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming.
One of the first things you'll enjoy is your own horse. With the help of experienced wranglers, you'll choose just the horse for your riding abilities and needs. From Paradise Ranch, you and your horse can take 1-hour leisurely walking rides, or half-day rides with further riding instruction if you desire, and even day-long trips with a sumptuous meal cooked on the trail.
Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming.
Many guests use their horse to get to the nearby lakes and streams where fresh trout abound.
Rodeo under blue skies. Buffalo roaming old Yellowstone, a wide open range. Red desert sand, clear mountain streams. Freedom is near. Spirit
More serious anglers might even choose to go on a 4-day pack trip to a wilderness fishing camp at 9,500 feet. But catching a big rainbow trout, even a few hundred yards from the main ranch, is an experience that a youngster will never forget. And what would a stay on a ranch be without a good old-fashioned square dance on Saturday night? Part of Wyoming's glorious past can still be enjoyed at Fort Bridger, Wyoming, located in southwestern part of the state. Built by the famous trapper and explorer Jim Bridger as a resting place and trading post for both Indian and white man alike, Fort Bridger was a gathering place for many a weary traveler and also offered some safety from the hazards of the trail and mountain. Black powder enthusiasts are fond of the frequent rendezvous held at Fort Bridger.
Contrary to popular belief, the mountain men weren't really.
Both white man and Indian were frequent visitors of Jim Bridger's fort, and today's rendezvous captures the culture, sights, sounds, and tastes of those old days when Fort Bridger was a welcome sight on the trail. And even those with a little horse trader in their blood can find a deal at Fort Bridger. Fort Bridger is just a few short minutes off Interstate 80. Today's traveler is just as welcome as the mountain men and Indians of the old days. And speaking of Indians, nestled in Wyoming's portion of the Black Hills and in the northeastern corner is another popular attraction. Rising to a height of 1,280 feet above the forested ridge looms the rock formation called Devil's Tower. Made famous by the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Devil's Tower is a truly unique geological site. Indian legend provides one answer as to how Devil's Tower rose from the plains. A family of Indians was walking the plains from one hunting ground to another when they were set upon by fierce grizzly bears. Unable to adequately protect themselves on the open plain, they called upon the Great Spirit to save them from being devoured. The Great Spirit caused the tower to rise from the plains with the Indians on top. This angered the mighty bears, who continued to try to get to the Indians. The unique horizontal lines in the rock are said to be claw marks made by those angry grizzly bears.
Cowboys still ride roundups, parades, rodeos under blue skies.
Traveling Wyoming, you'll see many kinds of scenery, including magnificent deserts. Wyoming's high deserts are home to many types of wildlife. Most common are the pronghorn antelope. Antelope are herd animals and can often be seen feeding along the highways of Wyoming. The pronghorn antelope is distinctly an American species. The horns on the antelope are branched and grow on both male and female. Their large white rumps make them easy to identify, even at their top speed of 60 miles an hour. And what would a visit to Wyoming be without experiencing the excitement of a rodeo? Hold on, partner. Wyoming is a rodeo state. Let's catch some action.
Roundups, parades, rodeos under blue skies. Buffalo roam in old Yellowstone, a wide open range. Red desert sand, clear mountain streams. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Covered with snow, Teton, bighorn, medicine bow. Campfires glow. Indians home, Shoshone and Crow. Deep rivers flow. Wilderness calls, land of your dreams. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine.
Whew, that was exciting. Wyoming's high country along the Continental Divide includes the Wind River Mountain Range. Located in central Wyoming, these mountain peaks are a perfect example of alpine grandeur. The Wind River Range is a hiker's dream. Miles of trails lead to wide open meadows, deep blue lakes, and Wyoming's highest point, Gannett Peak. It seems only fitting that the country's foremost survival school should be located on the edge of this vast wilderness. The Skinner Brothers Survival School is definitely aimed at those who prefer roughing it. Teenagers from across the nation come here to experience more than just a camping trip. It's a place where young people can learn self-confidence, teamwork, and outdoor survival techniques under the supervision of experts with years of experience.
Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men my old mother road. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men my old mother road. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming.
There are no fancy cabins here. Everyone stays in a teepee with a dirt floor.
Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming.
Rock climbing is an excellent way to build self-confidence and teamwork.
Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men my old mother road. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming.
Students first learn beginning techniques and safety procedures on a grassy slope before actually tackling the real thing. Located near the Skinner's base camp at Burnt Lake is the town of Pinedale. Pinedale, Wyoming, located in west central Wyoming, has a rich Western heritage. Once a trek stop, Pinedale attracted all kinds of people, just like it does today. Just south of Yellowstone is another of America's favorite playgrounds. Named by French explorers for the part of a woman's anatomy most notably similar to the large mountains, the Grand Tetons are one of the most noble creations of North America. In 1929, Congress voted to create Grand Teton National Park. Since then, it's grown 300% in size to include much of the surrounding land. One of the most unusual features of the Tetons is the lack of foothills. The majesty with which the Tetons grace Wyoming skies has made the Tetons famous in countless photographs. No trip through Grand Teton National Park is complete without a few snapshots to show your friends. Grand Teton National Park has more to offer the visitor besides the mountains. Nestled at the base of the mountains are the famous Jenny and Lee Lakes. The park offers an infinite variety of fun, once-in-a-lifetime experiences. The Tetons are not only gorgeous to look at, they also provide some of the finest mountain climbing experiences for both novice and expert. The Grand Tetons are often referred to by climbers as a mountaineering paradise. Why? Because these magnificent mountains offer virtually every type of climb. Experienced and novice climbers alike are cautioned to use a professional guide and school of mountaineering, like the Exum Mountain Guide Service. Headquartered by Jenny Lake at the foot of the mountains, this school has provided unexcelled services to novice and experienced climbers alike since 1931. No one knows the Tetons any better. The climbing schools are held at Hidden Falls Practice Rocks. 1 day each at basic school and intermediate school is usually sufficient for the vacationer who is in adequate shape to tackle a 1-day climb or a 2-day guided climb of one of the magnificent peaks, including an ascent of the King of the Grand Teton. Exum's guides are some of the finest mountaineers. Their experience ranges from Yosemite to the Alps, from Patagonia to the Himalayas. If you're familiar with these areas, then your heart should be pumping right now. If you're not yet an experienced climber, but want to enjoy the fascination and exhilaration of climbing, you will be in the best training hands available in Wyoming. Look at these climbers. A guided climb will sharpen your skills, but more than that is the satisfaction gained from reaching the summit. Somehow, scenery is more awe-inspiring, more beautiful, more exhilarating from the top of a peak that you've just climbed. You'd be surprised how many people begin climbing here and then go on to enjoy the sport for the rest of their lives. The Tetons are magnificent from afar and up close. Visitors to this part of Wyoming should try their hand at climbing, don't you think? Ah, whitewater. If you haven't yet experienced the exhilaration of riding the whitewaters of the Snake River, you haven't lived. The Snake River winds from Jackson Lake into some of the most beautiful country imaginable, the Grand Canyon of the Snake River. The best way to enjoy an incredible water adventure is through a professional river guide, like these from Mad River. All you need to bring is your venturesome spirit. Your river guides will provide the rest to make your run down the Snake one of the most exhilarating experiences of your life. A 4-hour ride through the Grand Canyon of the Snake is wild. It's wet. It's the kind of excitement that you'll talk about for the rest of your life. Ah, Jackson Lake. Located in Grand Teton National Park, Jackson Lake adds its pristine beauty to the mountains that guard it. Located on the shores of Jackson Lake is the famed Signal Mountain Lodge. Here you can enjoy all the comforts of home while enjoying the many activities nearby.
Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Covered with snow.
You'll find a stay here to be enjoyable, a place to relax after enjoying the many sights and activities on the largest lake in the Tetons. Houseboats, pontoon boats, ski boats, motorboats, canoes, and fishing boats are available to the water enthusiast.
Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine.
Grand Teton National Park, with its memorable mountains reaching into the sky and its great variety of wildlife, scenery, and activities, combines all the elements for a perfect vacation.
Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming.
Jackson Hole was the name given in the early 1800s to the valley at the foot of the Tetons. For more than a quarter of a century after the Civil War, the well-known town of Jackson was the most famous outlaw hideout in the nation. The valley later became famous for big game hunting in the early 1900s. Word spread quickly of Jackson's beauty as a vacation spot, and tourism increased. The spirit of the Old West remains everywhere in town. Wooden boardwalks and stagecoaches contribute to the feeling of nostalgia. Jackson is also known for its theaters, shops, and art galleries. The focal point of the town is the Central Square, a park with entrance arches made from elk antlers. This is one of the area's most popular tourist attractions. Jackson is perhaps most exciting in the winter. Featuring one of the largest world-class ski resorts at Teton Village, Jackson Hole attracts skiers from not only the United States, but all over the world. Jackson boasts the longest vertical drop in the United States, 4,100 feet from top to bottom. Now that's a lot of skiing. Whether you're a beginning skier, intermediate, or accomplished expert, Jackson's two mountain complexes offer just the right terrain for you. And even though it's very popular, its size means that lift lines are short and the slopes are not crowded. Cross-country or Nordic skiing can best be enjoyed here in this winter wonderland. Jackson Hole has a variety of types of Nordic skiing to choose from, including ski lessons, telemark clinics, and the ultimate ski tours into the backcountry in Teton National Park. Nordic skiing can be a nice, easy afternoon on groomed trails or a week spent skiing and camping miles from civilization. Other Teton Village facilities include swimming pools, restaurants, hotels, condominiums, and excellent shopping. After dinner, you may want to visit one or two of the local watering holes, and don't be surprised to find some of the world's finest entertainers in concert. What better way to spend a relaxing winter vacation than in this world-class ski resort? Winter isn't the only time to pay a visit to Teton Village. The fun keeps right on going into summer. The famed Jackson Hole Teton Tram runs all year round. Music is also a big part of the summer entertainment here. For 25 years, the Grand Teton Music Festival has thoroughly delighted visitors to the Jackson area. In a large wooden auditorium, 100 select musicians give nearly 40 performances during the 7-week season in July and August. Call it unique, call it classical, call it a musical celebration. Every summer, the hills really do come alive with the sound of music at Teton Village. When you hear a performance inside Festival Hall, the clarity will astound you. There isn't a bad seat in the house. The 900 seats are laid out in a fan arc, so there's an excellent view of the stage from every seat. Every festival draws top musicians. It's considered a privilege to play at Teton Village. If you're a sportsman, you'll love Flaming Gorge. Located in southwest Wyoming, this national recreation area straddles the border between Utah and Wyoming. The area includes a 91-mile-long reservoir through Flaming Gorge and Red Canyon, which were carved through the Uinta mountain range by the Green River. Although Flaming Gorge is most famous for its bountiful fishing waters, it's also a popular retreat for many other water sports, such as swimming, boating, and water skiing.
I believe he's over 30.
Did he max out?
27.
27.
Yes, Wyoming is a state rich in Western tradition, offering today's traveler a myriad of fun, interesting, educational, and enjoyable attractions. Wyoming likes visitors, and visitors like Wyoming. No matter how you choose to see Wyoming, Wyoming offers you its best. We invite you to experience Wyoming.
Untouched by time, your land and mine, come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine, come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road, mountain men mine, old Mother Lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here, come see Wyoming. Cowboys still ride roundups, parades, rodeos under blue skies. Buffalo roam in old Yellowstone, a wide open range. Red desert sand, clear mountain streams. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Covered with snow, Teton, bighorn, medicine bow, campfires glow. Indians' homes, Shoshone and Crow, deep rivers flow. Wilderness calls, land of your dreams. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Untouched by time, your land and mine. Come see Wyoming. Endless trails wind through forests of pine. Come see Wyoming. Coaches still stop on Deadwood Stage Road. Mountain men mine, old mother lode. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Freedom is near, spirit lives here. Come see Wyoming. Freedom is near.